Happy Sunday, you guys. Good morning. It's 8:30 on the West Coast, and I got a notification that Are You Serious went live to cover Chantel's latest vlog. I watched it. I watched the chat. I watched all of it, and this is a grocery haul. I think, the big takeaway, which the owl points out, is where did all the food go? She was only gone for a month, right? So she got her Twitter suspension somewhere around March 26th, and then immediately left for Canada. She claims that she came in on Monday, which was either the end of March or like April 1st or something like that, right? But there's kind of some unaccounted time there, including her birthday, which she has absolutely no video footage for, other than a couple of pictures of platters of sweets that Salah bought for her because he doesn't care if she eats herself to death. But the more confusing, befuddling thing about this is she got rid of everything in the kitchen. She kind of walks that back in the video later, saying that things like ketchup and stuff in her fridge stayed there. And her fridge looks gross, you guys. Like, she seriously needs to actually wipe down the shelves. It looks pretty gross. But, why would you get rid of your cooking oil and all your spices and things that you can keep in the cabinet for a long time? Especially if the whole plan was to go back, which it seems like it was. That she had planned all along to go back to Kuwait. But maybe she was waffling. I don't know. But she certainly had no intention of being serious about getting health care in Canada. That was not the real goal of that trip. There was, of course, the scammer job that she pulled on her fans, telling them that she needed help setting up a new apartment in Canada. And then just a few days later, after giving out her PayPal to her audience, she had a dramatic meltdown of saying she needs to go back to Kuwait, that she was having a psychotic episode. She wrote that on her community posts. That she was getting high all the time. She wrote that on her community posts. And then she deleted all of it. But it's been captured. It's been captured. And then she just showed up a few days later and pretended like it wasn't really a big deal or anything. Like, only 3 people donated to my PayPal. It was only like $37. So return the money, Chantel. Return the money. You lied to those people. All right, let's see how she's going to lie to us today.
What's going on, Nesty Besties? I'm back again. Sunday morning here on the East Coast. Hello, however, wherever you are today in this world.
Oh, and by the way, like, I'm well aware that there's a lot of people who follow the React community and have different opinions of the various React channels based on what they've said or their belief systems or whatever it is. And, I feel the same way about certain reactors. I had to I can't even remember who she is anymore because I just canceled her. There was somebody who, once Chantel stopped posting for a while, she started talking end of the world bullshit, because the solar eclipse was coming. Like, I'm not going to watch a channel that is like anti-vax or that believes in conspiracy theories. That, I just turned 50 on Thursday. And so I have gone through Y2K. I have gone through the Mayan calendar. I have gone through working for a Seventh day Adventist. I have gone through all of the bullshit evangelical and Pentecostal scare tactics of Revelations coming. And I don't think that's how you live your life. So, you disagree with me? That's fine. You disagree with me? Maybe you don't like my React channel either. But I believe in enjoying what time I have on this earth and being as good as I can and trying to be a humanitarian about it, which is why I was a Bernie Victory Captain and I've spent a lot of time volunteering. But anyway, let's watch this.
Multiple devices. All right. I think we're good. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Great to see everybody again. So we are restocking a completely vacant apartment. That apartment has not been used since she left for Canada. And there are many clues.
And yeah, I'm like really curious, like, did they just leave the animals there while that was going on? Because clearly Salah was not using that apartment. And that validates what a lot of us already believed about the situation, that she lives there alone. But what about those animals? Was he just coming to check in on them every couple of days and make sure they had food and water? What was going on there?
That tell us why. So, hello to everybody. I'm going to give everyone a big hello right now. We took a poll yesterday. Do you like the call-outs at the beginning of the stream? Do you not? Some people have very strong feelings. Either way, I would say the majority didn't care, but so we'll mix it up a little bit. So I'll just say hi to everybody.
It gets annoying. It gets annoying. It really stalls the beginning of a live stream. This is just my personal opinion. Obviously, everybody has different opinions on this. I don't mind it so much when it's just like here and there. But when it's, I need to say hi to 20 to 30 people in the beginning of my stream, that, just tell me I'm going to spend the first 30 minutes of my live stream greeting people. That way I know I can skip all that and just start at the 30-minute mark.
Buddy here, and let's get right into it. Let's watch this. Oh, pooches, please. Why? Mm-hmm. Why? Come on.
Flight of the Conchords say, one of their songs, they say, why? There ain't no party like money in its tea party.
You haven't seen it yet? All right. Let's do it.
All right, we getting ready? We doing this? Let's get going, girlfriend.
Cooking is not his forte. It's not his job. So he was just ordering and just eating small things like snacks and fruits and stuff.
Please notice that Chantel has been wearing the same blouse for about 2 weeks now. This one was done yesterday or this morning or something. It is the same blouse that she wore to the dairy farm with her aunt, and then wore to the dairy farm again when she binged on the cheese curds, and has pretty much worn every day since.
That. So I had to restock my entire kitchen because I changed my mind about staying in Canada and I came back to Kuwait. So it is what it is. I had to, organize everything. So this is actually, a lot of stuff is left out and I have to put it away and reorganize everything. But, I'll probably still need to pick up some things, along the way.
By the way, she was also wearing this blouse while she was traveling from Wednesday to Thursday. She was wearing it yesterday, and today is now Sunday, and she's been wearing it all this time. She also, in one of the more recent videos, talks about how she weighed herself naked because the clothes that she wears are so heavy. Now, Muslims have been around for thousands of years, right? Or at least, like a couple thousand years. Do they not have lighter fabrics to wear during the summer months in these desert countries? I kind of feel like this isn't adding up. This is a culture of people who have predated air conditioning and still cover pretty much their entire body. So there's got to be thinner materials that they wear during the summer, you would think. Anyway, let's go.
Maybe.
Exactly, little seven. Translation, no one lives here when I'm gone. Exactly.
Weekly or something like that, top-ups and stuff, but we don't have a lot of cupboard and fridge and freezer space. So, we have a pretty standard fridge, and of course there's the freezer part, and that's what I hate. Like, I've always wanted one of those extra little freezers because, not a huge one, like for, family.
Chantel, you live there alone. Why would you need all that space? Why would you need all that space? I live alone. I'm not buying food like that. We're going to see your table hauls. But I'm just not getting it because, I'll get to it when you go through your table haul to give you some personal examples. But, you want to tell the poors how we can eat, all us poors. Well, I'm going to cover this video from my condo that's 8 miles from the beach. Let's go.
Family size because it's just the two of us, but sometimes when
listen, okay, do two people need a whole extra freezer to take up all that electricity? And maybe she's just a food hoarder. Maybe that's what I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, they certainly don't if he doesn't even eat there. He doesn't live there. He doesn't eat there. The only thing that she puts in the cabinet for him are snacks.
But if she took some of that pita bread out of the freezer, she'd probably have room for other things.
Things go on sale that you can just freeze, or preventing, leftovers from going bad. You can just freeze them. So I always wanted one of those little freezers, but I just never ended up getting one. We don't really have the space. We have just enough space for what we have. So we kind of make do, but yeah. So a lot of these things are just a lot of it's, affordable food. groceries here compared to Canada.
I'm fairly certain you mean food bank food that you're getting at the local grocery store where they have stations, and you're taking that away from people who actually need it.
Are like, it's like half price. It's so affordable. I always say.
Yeah, the owl had some issues with muting this morning.
Like Kuwait is like pre-inflation Canada prices. Like it's a very big difference.
Looking down, can't look at the camera, can't be real with us because you don't want to admit that you're taking poor people food to accomplish your multi-table haul of shit that you're not going to do anything with. Like, you buy so much produce that, and you talked about planning your meals. You buy so much produce that even with your BED, there's no way you're going to get through it at any time. And a lot of that stuff doesn't freeze properly, where it's something that you can actually use if it's been frozen. Sure, you can freeze your bread, but produce does not freeze well, Chantel. I tried to freeze strawberries once, and they ended up completely mushy when I pulled them out to use them in a recipe.
I noticed things quite bad price-wise, inflation-wise, when I was in Canada, which is too bad. You know, I know everyone is struggling, so I hope that I can do some meal ideas with these groceries, pretty, humble meals that are affordable.
She likes this scenario because she does live alone, you guys. She did not like her Canadian situation because she had to live with her mom. Because she's fucked up her credit so severely that she can't get her own place. And she doesn't like being under somebody else's house rules, right? So she likes the idea of being in Kuwait because nobody's really telling her what to do. Salah's not around much. If he had been living in that apartment, there would have been food in the fridge.
Can give people ideas. Maybe we can all share.
She muted again. Al, you're having some issues. Come on, girlfriend. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Can you hear me now? Oh, I turned down the volume on my mic. I wasn't muted, but you know what? I'll give myself the muted. I will. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess that has to change. 0 days since last muting incident. What a shame. What a shame. All right. Well, it is what it is. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, I figure I'm just going to shame myself into, I am vigilant. I don't know. It just happens. I don't know. It happened yesterday, too. Okay. So, Chantal, okay, she thinks apparently in the West, we're all sir, please, honey, please. In the West, we're all dealing with inflation, our high gas prices, the prices for food, everything, right? So, Chantal is in a much better position financially, apparently, living in Kuwait, okay? So she's going to help the poors make some humble meals. she said humble meals. We're going to get together some very humble ingredients that anyone can get at their local Dollar Tree and make an entire meal for your family of 10 for under $2. I am a money-saving channel. Sure. Sure, Chantal.
Prices, like, it's
She can't even look at the camera. She can't even, like, buy into her own lies.
a very big difference. I noticed things quite bad price-wise, inflation-wise, when I was in Canada, which is too bad. You know, I know everyone is struggling, so I hope that I can do some meal.
By the way, she didn't really do any grocery shopping while she was in Canada because she was living with her mom, right? So what was she buying? She was buying fast food. She was going out and purchasing a lot of fast food. And whoever was doing the grocery shopping in her house was not showing her the receipts, probably.
Ideas with these groceries, pretty, humble meals that are affordable and can give people ideas. Maybe we can all share ideas for stuff like that. So let's get to this grocery haul. Yalla. I'm just gonna go around my fridge and cupboards and show you, because I already put some stuff away, some stuff still has to go in, but I'll just show you what I have.
It's like different personalities. It really is. It's like totally different personalities. Those poor Canadians, just Jamie. Thank God we have our cardboard boxes for the sidewalk. Otherwise, we really would have been struggling this winter. We have our cardboard boxes. Some of us are lucky enough to have tents. And hey, some people really are in that situation. But Chantal seems to think that it's all of us. It's not all of us, Chantal. Some of us do have a roof over our heads, thank God. Thanks to God. And some of us do have jobs and the ability to buy food. Okay? Food prices have certainly gone up. But, I don't have a tent cipher. Please, I'm not rich. And I just upgraded my cardboard box because someone bought a new refrigerator in one of the rich neighborhoods, and I swiped the box off away from the trash. Yeah, I got it. And I'm living large over here, just so Chantal knows that, yes, I do need some ideas for some humble meals to feed my family. Please tell us, Chantal.
All right, let's go. So coming in first, we have some cling wrap for preserving food, wrapping food, and some Kleenex brand.
Yeah, you totally needed to show us that because none of us know how to store or prep food or anything. I can't. Is this really the kind of content that your dwindling fan base enjoys watching? Oh, I bought some cling wrap and some paper towels. Okay. Alright then. I mean, you should have already had that in the kitchen, but for whatever reason, you threw away everything before you went to Canada? What was the mindset there, Chantal?
Paper towel. Alright, so here we have, first up, we have a 3-liter of cooking oil. This is corn oil.
That lasts for ever, and I would imagine she already had it on hand before she left for Canada. So why the hell does she need to replenish that now? She hasn't even lived in that apartment long enough to need a replacement yet. It took me probably 5 years before I needed to replace my cooking oil. And I don't get the freaking corn oil. I get sunflower oil and stuff.
For somebody living alone in this apartment, why on earth do you need 3 liters of cooking oil? It's corn oil. Why, Chantal? Why?
Well, and what are you going to cook in that? What do you intend to do with that? You can't do eggs in it because it'll burn your eggs, right? So you would pretty much have to do chicken or maybe fish. And I don't see you being that much of a homemaker to be in the kitchen and actually stand there and fry up some fresh proteins, which are not actually in your haul at all. You have no fresh proteins, and you certainly can't put frozen proteins in hot oil, or you're gonna cause a grease fire. Just ask my son. It happened once.
Why? Why? So this was an empty apartment. This apartment was vacant the entire time she was gone. She says, eventually that she's glad that she cleaned the kitchen as much as she did so she could come back to a clean kitchen. So what, your husband wasn't in the apartment cooking for himself, or his second wife wasn't cooking for him? It just wasn't used at all? Really?
Right.
Really, the multiple personalities of Foody. Exactly, Lisa. Take it or leave it.
Well, and that additional couch has ended up back in the living room too. They had actually pulled it out based on reactor feedback, such as myself, and put like a small what do you call those tables that you put up along a wall, and put it up to just display little knick-knacky things. She's not making this like the kind of apartment that is like your home, where you hang pictures, where you put up your 1000K plaque, where you put, what are those called? Buffets. I think they're called buffets. And maybe you put some books on them. Maybe you put some family photos on them. But her house, her apartment is not homey whatsoever. There are no touches of family in there whatsoever. And the one Ramadan decoration that she still hasn't taken down yet looks cheap as hell.
Know it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cabela.
Thank you, Lisa. Take it or leave it. Yeah. Multiple personalities. Yep.
Use oil a lot in cooking, obviously. I got this Johnson Vita Rich body wash, berry scented, because you get a free one with it. So
this was just after she went to that, what was it called, like Tiger Lion, or the place where she just got some Epsom salts and some stuff over there in Canada. And then she did a Lush haul, and then she did a haul in the park showing her Pennington purchase and all of her feminine hygiene products that she purchased. Now she needs more body soap? Like, what happened to all your Lush shit? Didn't you put it in the bathroom when you get home?
a good deal.
At least there's a non-food item in there that was a good deal.
Left these out of the fridge. I did.
She is being a lot more conscious of her hygiene, I noticed, though, right? Because
not so much, because she's buying cheap stuff, and she has huge ass fat rolls out. So we're talking about somebody who needs to be buying stuff that is sulfate free, and skin sensitive, because she's going to get heat rash in those fupa rolls and the gunt roll and whatever's going on with her legs and stuff. And she's going to need to use Gold Bond. She's going to probably have blisters. She's going to have bacteria forming in all these areas. I'm sorry, but soft soap isn't going to cut it.
she gave us some feminine hygiene tips when she was in Canada. She held up a package of feminine wipes and some cornstarch. Didn't explain how she intends to use them or how her viewers could use them. And now she's buying body wash. So there is an emphasis on hygiene. So I'm wondering where that's coming from.
Have some for breakfast, Salah and I. It's very messy, but these are black olives. And this is macdouce, which is stuffed eggplant. Yeah, it's little eggplants that are like pickled and stuffed with like nuts and peppers and tomatoes and stuff like that, I think. Actually, I don't think there's tomatoes. I'm not sure. But there's definitely peppers and nuts and stuff like that inside. And you eat it with bread. It's really good.
Right.
We have some miniature pickles. These are my favorite pickles. I love these. You guys know this is a repurchase. A couple bottles of hot sauce. It's like the Red Rooster brand, but it's like a more local brand, which is cheaper. We have some luncheon meat. Salah loves this.
Wow, so he's like really into Spam. That's fantastic. What a classy dude.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it. 2 jars of pasta sauce.
So what I think is happening is that, she clearly lives there by herself. And we've thought that for some time now. But I think that he does come over to visit. And he might get hungry when he's there. So there is stuff there for him to eat. But it's not, all this food is not for the both of them. No, absolutely not.
Nope.
4 cans of full, which is fava bean stew, which is a breakfast staple here. Some fresh peaches. I love peaches.
Yeah, she's not going to get through the peaches before they expire. She won't. Because despite the fact that the canned foods will keep, and she could put those in the cupboard, she's going to hit up everything with the highest level of sodium first, which means the top ramen and the canned foods.
Some spaghetti. These are little mini pizzas that I just shove in the air fryer whenever I'm being a lazy housewife and I don't want to feed my husband right away. I just give him this for a snack or something.
Sea life tea. Exactly. When she's being a lazy housewife. I'm sorry. When are you not a lazy person, period? Because I wouldn't even categorize you as a housewife, Chantal. You're living in an apartment by yourself and you need like midnight snacks, and apparently this little pizza, who's the one that likes all the olives, Chantal? Mm-hmm. You do. So all the time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's a super picky eater, and it's got bell peppers on it too.
Whenever she's, feeling lazy and just needs to put some sustenance into her husband's stomach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these pizzas will have to do. Sure.
Something. He likes those. Tomato paste is a staple as well. I use that in a lot of cooking. Okay.
Dude, I make homemade spaghetti sauce. I don't think in the last 15 years that I make my spaghetti sauce like once a year, a big vat of it, that I've ever purchased that amount of paste for the recipe. I get the little Hunt's paste cans, and I get the I think it's called Centro stewed tomatoes, and I put it in the blender, and then I stew everything together for a couple hours and add my meats, right? Now, I am not Muslim, I am not Jewish, so a lot of what I'm going to put in there is sweet Italian sausage, spicy Italian sausage, breakfast sausage. I put a lot of meat into my spaghetti sauce, and maybe I'll put some mushrooms. I definitely put some onions in, and fresh pressed garlic, right? And I stew it with some bay leaves as well. And the top of like a red bottle of wine as well. And I stir it up, stew it for a couple hours, and serve out what I'm going to eat for that night, and let it cool, because you can't put stuff into your refrigerator or your freezer when it's piping hot, otherwise it will destroy the other food that's in there. So you have to let it get to table room temperature, and then I put it into basically like individual size Tupperware and freeze it. But I guess this is the difference between being somebody who raised a child, had to also provide for, a boyfriend. So I was feeding a family. And then I became single, and now I'm only feeding me. So I had to downsize on what I was going to eat and how I was going to store it. And this woman lives alone. Let's be real. She lives alone.
We have some shells. We have some vermicelli.
Okay. While it's still in the bag and it's unopened, you can put that in the cupboard, Chantel. But once you open that up, if you're not using the whole bag at once, you need to have containers to store those. And the same thing with your spices. Why don't you have a spice rack?
Some popcorn. Some Parmesan cheese. Some yellow mustard. Some potato buns. These are really good for burgers, homemade burgers. And some tuna in water. These were a really good deal, actually.
How much?
So, yeah, I got 2 of them.
How much were they?
Put them over here.
I want to know, you told us that you're going to create some humble meal ideas for us poors so that we can eat this week. Sir, I got to ask you again to please stop, okay?
Where's the mayonnaise? Did you forget that on your shopping list, Chantel? Did you forget mayonnaise? Because I know you love mayonnaise. And if you got that much tuna, you're going to need some.
Very agitated today, so I gave him, they both have arthritis, so I gave him a little pain pill, so I was hoping that would kind of, ease his irritability. We'll see. He looks very spry, though. He does. He might be, his tail's wagging and everything. Yeah, so I want to, you said you were going to help us with these humble meal ideas, since we're all very poor and, destitute here in the West. You got to tell us what you're paying for these items so we can, we can compare. Maybe we should move to Kuwait for these incredible prices.
Here. Got 2 of those. I love tuna. And a box of Maggi chicken stock. And what I do is
That's bouillon. Those are bouillon cubes. It's not chicken stock, Chantel.
make my own chicken noodle soup. I add the stock to some vermicelli.
That's not stock, Chantal. That is not stock. And again, you tell us how much you're not a foodie. Good morning, Tony D. Good morning to the Park Street Boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're here. Pizza use by date was...
And if it's already 100 degrees outside, why are you planning hot soups? For real? Like, I can understand you wanting to do your tuna sandwiches or whatever, because that's a cool thing to eat on a hot day. Having a peach, cool thing to do on a hot day. But you're planning the kind of stuff that we would cook up in the fall. You know, these hot soups. I do soups every year, but I don't do them now. I'm not doing it now, and I'm not going to be doing it throughout the summer.
February 2024, was it, Patricia? Oh, let's take a look. Good eye. I like that. All right, here we go. It was actually produced on April 27th.
Okay. Yes.
And it expires on May 2nd. May 2nd. 2024. That's, I mean, they're frozen, aren't they? Maybe they're not. Oh,
no,
okay.
They can't
Maybe
be.
They're not frozen, because that's not a lot of time. All right, good eye.
Got 2 of those. I love tuna. And a box of Maggi chicken stock. And what I do is I make my own chicken noodle soup. I add the stock to some vermicelli noodles and So that's that.
And yeah, that's your whole chicken soup. Is noodles and a bouillon cube. You're not talking about what kind of chicken you're adding. If you're going to do some chicken breast and cube it, you're not talking about what vegetables you would add. I don't notice that you've purchased any celery or carrots or onions or bay leaves, and you're out of all your spices, right? So you're just going to have noodles and a bouillon cube, and that's your soup. Okay, girlfriend.
Okay, so all of this is the kitchen restock after being gone for however long she was gone. I don't even remember. All right, so we have some body wash, some stuffed eggplant, 3 liters.
Well, she was offline from March 27th and then returned to Kuwait on my birthday on April 25th. So we're talking like a full month.
Of corn oil. Air fryer pizza. I mean, what's the oil for if she's using the air fryer all the time? You know, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
At least we don't use the air fryer for frozen food always.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, when you're on a budget a lot, okay? Not all of us are as wealthy as you all are in Kuwait, apparently, okay? So we have canned luncheon meat, you know, for Salah. I mean, where's the chocolate for the guests? I don't know. We got 6 cans of...
She brought a bunch of Big Turks with her. She's got some chocolate. She just didn't show it in the haul because she bought it in Canada.
Tuna fish, 2 small jars of pasta sauce, 2 bags of pasta. Oh, there's some popcorn, I think. Isn't that what that is in the back right? Let me make this a little bigger. In the back right corner, I think that's popcorn.
Yeah, she said she had popcorn.
Yeah. We got some Maggi bouillon cubes. I use these myself. I used to buy them in Egypt, and I still buy them here because the dogs, like, I cook their white rice with one of these cubes, so they remember the flavor from when they were little puppies in Egypt, so I still buy the same brand for them. So it's just like a little compressed cube. You know, you guys know if you've ever seen a bouillon cube in the foil, you know, it's not stock. I mean, you're not exactly boiling, as she would say, a carcass. Over on the stove for hours and hours. Sea Life, I didn't see any cheese. Where is the cheese? Maybe there's a second part to this. Maybe she has another delivery coming. Well, we have grated Parmesan there. Yellow mustard. Some potato buns. All right. Okay. Please continue, Chantal.
That's that.
Okay.
Okay. For snacks, we have these Pops. I got sick of these. I don't really eat them anymore, but Salah loves them. So, yeah, it's like a nostalgic food for him. He's been eating them like as a kid and stuff. So
they're probably for Salah's kids. Let's be real. When the kids come over, they grab one of those for a snack. I live in the States now, Amber. I live in the United States of America. It's where I was born. I am an American lady. I just lived in Egypt for a couple of years.
They're very popular here. This I love, and I'm going to try to eat in moderation. I will eat in moderation. Whoops.
Interesting that she's changing her phrasing now, because that can be a real limiting thing for somebody. I'm going to try, I will do, maybe. It's like, no, say you will do it. I will eat these in moderation. I will not buy them again. No try. Stop the trying. You're not in a position.
Well, it's not going to happen because she's clearly, the thing that she has honed in the most on are high sodium noodle meals that have no nutritional value and are going to really fuck with her digestive system. Sure, she can put that up in the cabinet and just eat it sparingly, But do you all believe that's going to happen? I think she's going to dive into the high sodium foods first, especially the olives and the pickles.
Any more to try?
Indomie. Now, Indomie is not a health food, so there's ways that you can make it healthier. If you see the picture, that you can add broccoli and proteins and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, but none of that's in your haul. You don't have broccoli, carrots, celery, onion. You don't have any of these things. Because you have no real intention of cooking homemade meals that are healthy. This is all easy bullshit that like junior high kids make. And that's what that's what you need to realize about the way she cooks. She's cooking like a 12-year-old.
Probably won't, but we'll see. I don't have broccoli.
She's a child. She's a child. You can see on the package they added vegetables. Yeah, you can do that too, but I'm not going to because I didn't buy any broccoli. I didn't buy any vegetables. Right. Adding broccoli doesn't make it healthier. No, it does not. No. I mean, ramen noodles are known to be one of the most unhealthy meals you can have. But if you're like us, the poors, who need humble budget meal ideas, it might be what you can afford right now. And that's okay, because you do have to fill your stomach after all. Yep.
And we also have this Kitco brand variety of chips, which is still unopened, but you get different...
Well, I don't think you're packing any kids' lunches, so I don't know why you would buy something like that for yourself.
Varieties of chips here: ketchup, chicken, salt and vinegar, lightly salted, which is always the last to go, hot and spicy, paprika. Tastes like paprika. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it's almost like a barbecue. All right, salad left.
Lightly salted is the last to go. Wow, she's really into her salt. Wow.
These are an easy snack for him as well. Cheese puffs and chocolate croissant. And I had to restock all new spices. So onion powder, garlic powder.
Yeah, she thought she was leaving for good. Who gets rid of their spices if they're only going to be gone for a month?
Yeah.
She thought she was leaving for good. And she cleaned that place like it was going to be vacant. And it was still clean when she got back.
These are the staples I cook with. Coriander powder.
Yeah, she did. And it shows that she had an intention of leaving the door open for leaving Salah. So she was prepping for that possibility that, okay, well, obviously there would have to be some things done to the apartment if we separate. So I'll just do as much as I can do, which isn't much because I'm a lazy ass person. And then we'll see what happens next, right?
Sweet red pepper and paprika, which is paprika, mixed curry, love curry, bay leaves, cumin, and what's this? Almonds. You toast those for rice, and black pepper powder. So, and here, look at these beautiful cucumbers. Wow, Howie loves these. So these are for...
Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of cucumbers to buy for a single person who's living with a hamster and a cat. Back in the 80s, this is when, like, Costco first started, like, making it possible for everybody to buy a membership. Because it used to be that only restaurateurs and professional organizations could actually purchase from places like Costco and Sam's Club, and then they started opening it up to everybody that you could buy a membership and get food there. So early on when this happened, we had a neighbor who was buying food there all the time. But it was way too much food. So my mom and her had an arrangement to split the order. We're talking, she had a family of 4. She was married. She had a daughter from a first marriage, and they had a son from their marriage together. So we're talking 4 people in that household. And in my household, it was my mom, myself, and my brother. So we're talking 7 people that would look at a box like that and split it up between the 2 households. And it would be probably difficult for us to get through that much cucumber too. But there's no way she's going to get through it. So yeah, I agree with the owl here that she's a food hoarder, because she's buying more than she can actually pound. Even though she claims she has the BED, and she clearly has an oral fixation, and she's definitely eating as much as she can, she's still ordering out rather than eating the food that she just purchased to restock her refrigerator. And this food is going to go bad, period. It will all get, she'll probably have a couple of those peaches and the rest of them will be thrown out. She'll have like a couple of cucumbers, the rest of them will get thrown out. She's a food waster.
Howie and for us, big case. It's cheaper to buy them in the case. So fresh from Kuwait Farms. All right.
And we're breathing heavy. We are struggling. We are struggling to get through this video. There's a lot of hard breathing. Of course, this croissant. This is just ridiculous after the long diet speech yesterday. Yeah, sea life. Yeah, it is. You know, it's what we expect, though. Fatty to Fed, hello. So if Salah eats these groceries, why didn't he have any of it while she was gone? Yeah. He's not there. He doesn't live there.
No, he doesn't.
No, she just buys him little snacks to eat when he does come to visit. When he comes to pick her up to go out.
And he basically just shows up to change the wood chips in Howie's cage. Make sure that there's the salt lick is there, that there's water and some fresh food, and to fill up the cat dish and the cat water, and then fucks off for a couple of days and comes back and does it all again. But he's not eating there. He probably doesn't even have any good memories there. He probably doesn't even want to be there at all. That's why it's like you walk into this empty apartment where all you're doing is taking care of the 2 sad animals that have to live in that situation. And the curtains are closed at all times. So it's dark all the time. They could have pulled the curtains back for the animals, but they didn't.
And create couples content. He can have a snack when he's there. That's what I think is happening here. You don't strip your entire kitchen when you're going to be gone for a month. There's plenty of shelf-stable items in a kitchen. Let's be real.
Some pita breads, I freeze those right away. I sliced some fresh multigrain sourdough and froze it. I love these chickens. These are a staple here.
It's ridiculous that she gets whole chickens, because she has on multiple occasions said that she doesn't like dark meat. So why are you roasting a whole chicken? I mean, when I shop for chicken meat, I go for the pieces that I like. So I do like dark meat. she likes chicken breast. I'm not a big chicken breast fan unless I have a very specific recipe. And then I'm going to only get like 1 or 2 breasts to do it. But generally, if I'm buying chicken, I'll get the picnic pack that has legs and thighs. I'll clean everything, make sure the skin is pulled back into the right places, put them in sandwich baggies, and freeze most of it in individual size servings. And then I'll cook what I'm going to eat that night. This woman has no concept of how to ration her food in such a way that she's not going to throw it out.
We have an ice cream sandwich for Salah. I know you're thinking, yeah, right. So these are frozen chickens that I will be cooking. They're very versatile. So yeah. We have here a double pack of chicken tenders to put in the air fryer. This is old. This is paratha.
The chicken tenders are for when Salah comes to visit, or his friends, either one. Was I affected by the storms? No. Well, there was a storm like 2 weeks ago or so, maybe, and I was affected by that. But no tornadoes here. Government issued falafel has been an outlet for 4 months. Thank you for being a member. Government issued falafel, and good morning to you.
Huge bag of French fries. These are really good and so cheap. This whole bag, almost.
She has the ingredients to make Italian poutine, not regular Canadian poutine. She does not have the ingredients to make gravy. So it's entirely possible that we're going to see another mukbang where she gets her blouse sleeves all in the spaghetti sauce and has toddler mouth again that's all red and I'm going to skip that one. If she does that again, I'm going to skip it.
This whole bag, 900-gram bag of chicken thighs is like a couple of dollars.
Well, that's what they would cost in the States.
And they're really good.
Sorry, that's what they would cost in the States as well, Chantal. Chicken thighs are very inexpensive. Imagine having to buy frozen chicken thighs, though. I mean, I don't know. A chicken thigh is a chicken thigh. Exactly, Sea Life. It's the same cost here. She's the craft service for the show's production, Tom D. Yeah.
No, but usually the frozen chicken thighs that she gets are breaded. And what I was just talking about with the picnic pack, they have the skin on, but they're not breaded, So it's not like junior high food. It's you're preserving your food for a later date so you can maybe make some chicken and rice and like some steamed broccoli. But whatever.
Yeah, she puts out all those snacks. Oh, yeah, before you start filming, you need a little break. Yeah.
Good. I like them. But as you see, we don't have much room, so I would have liked to stock up. They were on sale, but I can't.
Well, why do you have a bag of ice cubes in your freezer, Chantal? I mean, that's taking up a lot of space. Why don't you just get a couple of ice cube trays? Do you need that much ice? She's got like a 10-pound bag of ice in there. I have no room in my freezer. None.
Got a couple packs of... It's a mix of... don't mind, I have to clean out the freezer again. Mutton and beef, which is good for kebabs and stuff like that. Some more bread, some ice. We use that for, just drinks and shisha. And some mixed veggies. I love these, just adding these to like rice, like plain rice or something. I love.
I've never seen her add those to rice ever.
No, not only has she not added it to rice, but she didn't even add it to that giganormous chicken pot pie that made us all throw up.
No, I've never seen this. Maybe once as a side dish for her, but this is not a staple in her household, a bag of mixed vegetables. And it says it's European origin. Interesting. Tony D, you had a funnel cloud above you Thursday night and some pretty wicked storms overnight. Oh my gosh. I hope everybody is safe who's in a tornado zone. That's so scary. Oh my god, that's very scary. Everybody please stay safe. My gosh, go underground. Ah. Bring your phone with you so you can still watch YouTube, though. Yeah, no. Save your life and your pets.
Love them. Or just on the side of any meal.
Right.
Okay. Put that back. It's like Tetris in the freezer, and I'm not good at Tetris, as you can see. All right, and lastly, the fridge. We have some yogurts, like flavored yogurts. Strawberry, vanilla. Got some butter, chocolate as well. Okay. We have some Almarai berry juice. These were already there, the ketchups and things. I think olive juice spilled here just now. I gotta clean that.
Look at the veggie. Look at the veggie drawer. There's like 2 bags of some old vegetables in there.
This is arugula and a huge, oh no, these are green peppers. I have a cabbage somewhere. As you can see, Sol already had a couple of these for breakfast. These are Rani pineapple juice. We have 4 quarts of full fat milk.
It's a lot of juice, Chantal. It's a lot of juice. You got juice in the drawer. You got juice in the door of the fridge. 2 bottles. You have these cans, I guess, of pineapple juice. I mean, have we learned anything at all? At all? Really? About diabetes? Come on, full fat milk. Why would you need that? Why? Only little babies need full fat milk. Little kids. Come on. You had a few tornadoes around you a day or 2 ago, Buckle Bunny. We live in the edge of Tornado Alley. Oh my god. Scary. Please stay safe. Oh my god, so scary. Hi, Tina. Welcome. Tina S. is new here. Everybody give her a nesty welcome, if you don't mind. Let me get a nest going here. From Nightbot. Yeah, there's our nest. Thought you said something about drinking pineapple juice when she was in Canada. She did, Tom D. I thought that seemed kind of familiar, like from recent. You feel called out for your full-fat milk, Delulu Pundu? You use them for your drip coffee? Well, you're not drinking glasses of full-fat milk, right? You're just adding it to coffee? I mean, that's better than cream, you know? Yeah, it's for Sola, clearly.
Some Barbican. We have some orange juice. I really like having just a glass of this.
Oh my god, more juice.
Breakfast.
Where's the cheese?
No sugar added orange.
Okay, just so you know, Chantal, okay? Now, I am not a registered dietitian. I'm not a nutrition expert. You know, turn the bottle around and look at the label, okay? Freshly squeezed orange juice still has natural sugar, lots of it in there. Just because they haven't added extra sugar doesn't mean that it's good for you. Lots of juice.
These are Lebanon, which is like a yogurt drink. Full fat cream. Some heavy cream. These were on sale. Mimolette Holland cheese. It tastes like cheddar to me. 2 packs. We have a whole bunch of soft cheeses. Istanbuli cheese.
Here we go. Here's the cheese.
Some turkey breast.
We knew there had to be cheese.
We have... What kind of cheese is this? Just like soft white cheeses that I love, you know.
It's like a melody
back there.
Give them a melody.
We have a pack of just pure ground beef. I'm going to cook with that tonight. We have one fell out here, so I'll show you. This is the yogurt I love. Fresh sour yogurt. Fresh sour yogurt, Almarai brand. This one's a bit bent from falling, but
Could you show us the nutrition label on that, Chantal? I wish you would show us the labels. This is most likely full fat yogurt, you know, because typically it will say if it's low fat.
Yeah, this is what she likes to use to try and say, but I'm not using sour cream. I'm using the healthy alternative. It's not a healthy alternative. And with all your juices, she's yet again recreating a reactor's symptoms that she does not have. I have a potassium deficiency. I have been advised to drink juice, and I can't even drink that much juice because orange juice is acidic and it can make me sick too. So I can only drink so much. I have to look at the other options like potatoes, like avocado, like some fruits like watermelon and pineapple and strawberries and things like that. Like there are various things on my list that I'm allowed to eat, but I have a different health condition than you, Chantal. And so just because you see somebody else eating and drinking something doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you and your diabetes.
That on the label. And my experience from living in Egypt, a lot of stuff will say diet on it. Like that word is still used, like diet tuna, because it's packed in water, not in oil. It's like, I don't consider that diet, but yeah. So there should be some kind of labeling here that says that it's low fat. I don't think it is.
I eat this, you know, with meals, with potatoes.
Oh, it's under her thumb? Oh, thank you guys. All right. Thank you.
It's not.
I wonder what like how much.
It's full fat.
No, it says full fat right on the top. Let me zoom in. It says full fat. Oh, right on the top of the label. Let's zoom in. It's upside down. But, right, you can't see my cursor. So,
yeah, you know, a lot of the stuff was like had the labels upside down, which makes me think that she already dug into it. And she put the caps on wrong and stuff like that.
On our right side, upside down, it says FULLFAT, full fat. Yeah, full fat yogurt. Okay. I'm curious what's under her thumb, though, that you guys saw. Let's see if we can find out. Okay. It's on the front side, too. Nestigation Yogurt Edition.
Right.
With that tonight, we have one fill out here, so I'll show you. This is the yogurt I love. Fresh sour yogurt.
Come on, Al. Here we go again with a muted incident. Yes, it's full fat yogurt. We get it.
Are you kidding me right
No.
now? Oh my god. Shh. 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 Big time fail. Big time fail. Negative one day. Yeah, I'm in debt now. Yeah, so on the green part of the yogurt, it says full fat. I just wanted to show so that we can make sure everyone is on the same page in the nest, so we don't have any controversy about the fat content in her yogurt. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yogurt. Fresh sour yogurt, Almarai brand. This one's a bit bent from falling, but I eat this, you know, with meals, with potatoes, with rice, everything.
Did you see those serious tremors? She has some serious tremors going on with her hands, you guys.
We have 2 packs of eggs. Some are missing. I made breakfast this morning. 2 packs of mozzarella cheese and 3 packs of labna. This is the best mayo nor. I love it. But I'm going to move it to show you. We have some olives back here. Yes. This is just like...
God damn, you couldn't have just wiped down the shelves before you decided to do this? You're like, oh, well, some of the food's already put away. You couldn't have wiped down the shelves. You walked into an empty apartment with no food in the fridge, nothing in the cupboards, and you couldn't just take a soapy washcloth and wipe down the shelves, Chantel.
Moisture on the fridge.
I wonder if she feels like she's going to be called out for having a dirty kitchen. This is just moisture. Okay, Chantal. Yeah, there's condensation in a refrigerator. We understand the concept. Aluminum brain, you should be laughing at me, okay? Because I seriously put in so much effort to not be muted, and it's ridiculous that it's still happening. So the more I'm shamed for it, the more I'll be conscious of it. This is the British way of teaching. I have a British certification from the University of Cambridge, okay? That's how they teach. They shame you until you get it in your head. That's the way to learn. That's how we learn in that system.
So that's the fridge right now. Yeah. And as you can see here, we have a lot of water because we don't drink from the tap here. So this is a staple.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
All right, guys. Well, that was my grocery haul. So I hope you enjoyed. I always show you guys what I got. I also have a huge cabbage there in a bag on the ground. You know what cabbage looks like. It's huge. I'm going to pickle some. I'm going to stir fry.
Yeah, you're not going to get through all of that either. A lot of this is going to end up in the trash in about a week.
Some, and I might also make mashi, which is stuffed cabbage, like cabbage rolls, kind of. Arabic cabbage rolls. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed showing you what's in my kitchen. And like I said, just gonna make some easy, quick and easy recipes tonight. Gonna make something with the ground beef, so stay tuned for a video on that, inshallah, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye, guys.
Have a blessed day, everybody. I hope you have a blessed, wonderful day. Thank you, Chantal. You really didn't give us any recipe ideas, though, for a humble meal, as I was expecting. So that's a little disappointing, but I'm sure you'll get around to it. I am certain you will. Why are we barking?
Okay. Well, I covered the majority of her live stream. And, yeah, Chantel is being just as ridiculous in junior high as she always has been. So, there you go. That is the latest on her foodie adventures. And, I don't know why she keeps buying whole chickens when she only likes the breast. Just buy the breast. Why do you keep buying food that you're going to waste?